I would just give a present an outline of the reasons of the purpose of life, of what the real purpose of life is all about, and it's all about eventually knowing the whole, every last bacteria, every last being, to the fullest extent of the senses of that being's senses, and being able to understand the behaviour of every last germ and bacteria in the world throughout the entirety of the universe. Yeah. And that we can know the whole senses of the entirety of the whole of every last being that it's moved and ever will move and ever possibly did move in the past. Using AI eventually to create for us a possibility of being able to use our language, our earthly languages, with other species throughout the entirety of all the various lands of humankind. I know how it can be done, it will be done, and it should be done. But it might take 300 years, 400 years before the whole process of being able to understand language, behaviour, intention of a non-human traits of being, alien traits of being, which may have resulted into, which may result into a curiosity which we will have through time as we learn from all these different creatures. And learning from all these different creatures, like we should be learning from one another, about one another, should bring us to the full understanding of saying eventually, when all is combined, we will have the whole language of God and understand God a lot more as a being. And what we do with that language of God as a God of that being, I do not know, but before that, it may well be that if we can understand the whole logic of God, maybe that would be the whole purpose of living, but it may just be, we may just be observing one aspect of God in terms of understanding that this universe is just a cell within God's brain, which is links to his heart and his mind. And for you to understand that on planet Earth, somebody may die today and then all of a sudden, the 20, then they die, and their experience is flatness, nothingness, for 950 million years, though their experience of being dead for 950 million years can result into can result into 20 years of understanding that they have been in a coma for 20 years. Relate that to time, and then we see the huge difference of relativity, and the broadest sense of relativity, in terms of how broad sense of relativity is. So, yeah. So that's that. I'm just waking up, really.